I'm Kavya Pearlman. I'm the founder and CEO of XR Safety Initiative, XRSI. XRSI is a nonprofit. It's an international nonprofit that is headquartered in San Francisco Bay Area. And we also have our offices in Italy and Europe. So we are in US-based as well as Europe-based. Our mission is to help build safe and inclusive, immersive technologies, or you could say emerging technologies. We are a standard developing organization. So we realize people are not speaking the right language. People don't agree on certain terms. And it's very difficult when it comes to emerging technologies to agree on things because they're constantly changing. Big tech companies, they are for profit. They're always going to want to cut corners, and they can change their terms and conditions anytime. Where is the person going to go if they have had issues on the platform? And there's going to be millions of people on these platforms. So that's why we rolled out the Metaverse reality check, the MRC, which is the oversight. Anybody can take part in this, and they can sort of, maybe file complaint, make petitions, sort of assume a governance role. And this MRC informs various governments how, people can potentially gain the power back. The issue happens when these immersive technologies, they are code, right? They're software code. Previously, the software code was limited to software, network, nodes, server, and, just the wires and all that. Now what's happening is it is directly being rendered and shown to us through these virtual worlds, through our eyes, and has a direct impact on our brain. And then we are using these devices to just, play video games, walk around in our living room. So what has happened is, with respect to security, the attack surface that was limited to servers and nodes and networks is now our living room, because somebody could potentially disable our safety boundaries within the virtual reality platform. Now we run into what we consider is called a calling ridge dilemma. You can Google it, or you can look up some of my blogs. We talk about this. Calling ridge dilemma is a two-bind problem, which is we can't anticipate full risks until the technology is fully materialized. But by the time it's materialized, it may be too late to remove those risks, right? So this is the issue with the privacy in XR, is we are collecting all this massive data in order to make these experiences happen, because we have, we need contextualized artificial intelligence to make some of these decisions, to make safety happen, to render some of the technologies, render avatar. But at the same time, the same data is also capturing our mood, our, gaze. We also put out lots of infographics for children, for parents, what not to do, what to do. We also conducted a XR Safety Week, where week worth of, discussions with people. We are trying to help many governments strategize how they should educate their own constituents, how the laws should be put in place, building security and privacy frameworks. We rolled out the very first novel safety and privacy framework for XR. Then again, other programs like Child Safety Initiative, where we are building specifically a framework for children's safety in the metaverse, in these virtual worlds. And then, finally, just, giving the power back to the people. Our programs are designed specifically to focus on these issues, and we are endlessly working to put out standards, put out framework, teach governments how to build new laws. We've almost influenced very many laws, talking to Australia's e-safety commissioner. We have our standards were used to create the very first positioning statement for an entire country of Australia. We really need to create equitable measures. That's one, because these technologies are complex and there is a human element to it, which needs to be understood from the inside out. People need to live and experience these technologies to fully understand the opportunities that come with it and the risks that are associated with it. Make sure people from minorities background, they are given the education for free sometimes. We are rolling out scholarship programs for that matter. And so we're encouraging people to make this a priority. It can be a beautiful future if we can trust these technologies. Personally, I don't have too much of a faith because the Silicon Valley has failed us over and over when it comes to trust. They have aided undermining democracies. I don't trust them. And why should we trust them? They have historically been the biggest violator of privacy. They only care about profit while they exploit the tears between the fabric of our society. So they are exploiting these tears. They're exploiting our human vulnerabilities while moving fast. So I'm not very hopeful. However, my role is to enable that trust, and which is why, at XRSI, we are bringing the community of researchers and academics and governments and professionals together to help build, standards, frameworks, and put trust back in these ecosystems.